So I just got done playing the first 5 hours of Maneater on PS4, and I thought I would come on here and share some of my thoughts and kind of sum up and give you a bit of a review on it. It's my first time reviewing a game, but I feel this game deserves it. I'm happy to report that the game fully lives up to the hype. It is an open world shark RPG. If you ever played the Jaws Unleashed game, it is definitely similar. You can definitely tell it's sort of a spiritual successor to that. There are a few minor changes that are definite improvements. There's not any silly puzzles where you need to swipe scientist key cards while holding them in your jaws and things like that. And they've also went and added a transition feature, so when you're on the surface of the water, it controls a little bit differently than when you're underneath the water. So it's sort of more a 3D movement underneath, whereas on the surface, it's kind of the surface. You can transition between them at any point with the press of the square button, so that's cool. You can go up to the surface and grab a guy and take him down, something I'm extremely fond of. That was my favorite thing to do in the Jaws Unleashed game on PS2. The controls overall are pretty smooth. The jumping is a little bit questionable. I'm not quite used to it yet. It's sort of gimmicky like it was in Jaws Unleashed. Not the worst, but you're a shark jumping on land. It's supposed to control a bit wonky there. All of the controls underneath the water are extremely smooth, and it plays really, really nicely. The combat mechanics are pretty solid, and it's pretty fun. There's like a dash function and a kind of a roll to get out of the way, and there's your obvious basic bite. Then you have a tail whip, and you just sort of, work with those three functions. Or four functions, I should say, with a dash. The graphics overall, it looks amazing. The character models on the humans, I know the Tripwire Interactive, they said that they made them look a bit more cartoonish because it didn't feel as fun killing realistic looking humans. And that's okay. The ones you actually do kill, and like the basic swimmers and stuff, they all look normal enough, but the main villain in the game, yeah, his character model is a bit too silly for my taste, but I'm not too upset with it because I didn't buy this game for the humans. I bought it for the sharks, and the sharks all look pretty good. All of the underwater creatures look solid. The underwater landscape itself looks really good. The story in the game is serviceable. It's pretty much the plot line to Jaws 4, but it's a shark RPG. There's a little bit of a story there to keep you going. The whole reality show fisherman gimmick, really solid. The comedy works amazingly. Chris Parnell is really funny. There are a ton of just pop culture and film references stuffed in, not even just about sharks, just in general. The music is, it's adequate. It doesn't do anything too grand, but it doesn't get in the way either. There is a quick save function in the game, so at any point in time, if you're done playing, you can just jump to the main menu, and as far as I've observed, it will save your progress. There's also a fast travel system to where if you're not in combat, you can jump directly to your grotto, which is like your save hub where you can upgrade your shark and things like that. In terms of negative points on the game, there are not many. There are in between videos, like when you're mostly at the beginning, the storyline videos. When it switches between the videos and the gameplay, there are frequent short load times. And when you die or when you first boot up the game, there is one really long load time, but those are minor technical issues. The game itself, phenomenal. It is everything that I was promised. An open world shark RPG where you are allowed to swim around and eat humans or fish at your leisure. I highly recommend this game to pretty much everyone, whether you're a fan of sharks or not. If you're a fan of really fun games with a solid sense of humor, you really should not pass this up.